A very good evening. Welcome to another exciting edition of Big Talk, a program where we will highlight issues concerning Nigeria, Nigeria's future, and the way forward. Tonight on the program, a lot of drama has been happening in a political party called the PDP. And also tonight we have seen Omoyele Sowore, the leader of the AAC, African Action Congress, leaving Kuje Correctional Facility as at this evening. We'll try to bring you that video as we go ahead for the program tonight. And welcome to Big Talk. My name is Ubong Usora, and tonight we'll be highlighting the FCT. And I'll be talking to somebody who's been involved in canvassing and mobilizing young people as to what brand of politics we should be playing in the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. You're welcome to the show. Let's go for our first break, and when we're back, we'll get straight into our discussion for tonight. Tonight on the show, before we get straight into our discussion for tonight, let's check some trending discussions we are able to highlight for you tonight. We'll take a first story for tonight. Alright, so we'll be trying to bring that up in no time as we get you involved and get you informed as to some of the trending discussions we have that we've been able to highlight for you tonight. I think we're having a bit of challenge, but we'll definitely get to show you some of the things that are happening now, and as we often bring to you information when we come every day on the show. Alright, so I think we can take the story now. Mali's ex-Prime Minister jailed 1 year over social media post. So former Mali Prime Minister Moussa Mara will spend 1 year in prison after a Bamako court sentenced him today following a social media post he made a year ago supporting political prisoners. That's what is happening in Mali at the moment, where former Prime Minister Moussa Mara will be spending 1 year in prison due to what he posted on social media a year ago. We'll take another story tonight. PDP convention. Lamido threatens legal action if denied nomination form. So former Jigawa State Governor and chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, Sule Lamido, has threatened to take legal action against the party if it is not granted access to purchase nomination forms ahead of the forthcoming national convention scheduled for November 15th in Ibadan, Oyo State. The drama in the People's Democratic Party continues. A lot of drama in that political party at the time. Alright, so tonight we take another story. Meanwhile, Turaki has submitted PDP chairmanship form of former Minister of Special Duties Kabiru Turaki, SAN, has submitted his expression of interest and nomination forms to contest for the position of the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party. And while Turaki has submitted his form, we are having somebody like Sule Lamido saying he is yet to even buy the form when he has the money to buy the form. And it seems some person may not want to sell a form to Sule Lamido. PDP has questions and have answers to this. I'm not a member of that political party. But let's take another story tonight. KB governor approves cabinet reshuffle. KB State Governor Naze Idris has approved the minor reshuffle in his cabinet as part of ongoing effort to strengthen governance and enhance administrative efficiency across the state. We take another story. All right. It says the federal government reiterates commitment towards youth empowerment. The federal government has reiterated its commitment to empowering Nigerian youth in areas of education, digital skills, entrepreneurship, creative industries, amongst others. All right, so let's get back to the studio for our discussion. And tonight joining us, we have Gabriel Ayobe. I hope I got the name correct, who is a ADC youth mobilizer and also a media advocate. Thank you so much, Gabriel, for joining us. I see all of the work you do, and really doing a lot of work trying to project your party, the ADC. And I'd like to start on a simpler note. Why the ADC and why put in so much effort trying to project the party?
Okay, thank you so much for having me. As a young person who is passionate about governance and youth development, ADC is a party that has the youth in mind, according to the constitution of the party. They are not just about, it's not just about politics per se. They also have the aspect that they want to handle the youth.
Yeah, go ahead.
To take care of the youth. So if a party has a plan for the youth and they are working towards that party, I think as a young person who has belief that there's a brighter future for Nigerian youth, I will do whatever I can to ensure that I bring the youth together to work and ensure the party win the forthcoming elections, both in FCT and in Nigeria Cons 2027.
All right, so let's look at Nigeria's democracy. Apart from 2015, when we had the APC come up, and there's something synonymous with the A's. We have ADC, AAC, and now we have the ADC. Maybe the party has got something in common. You tell me why you would like choosing A's. Can you tell me, do you think Nigeria's democracy has gotten to that point where we could have successive opposition parties come and get power? Because in 2015, in 2023, we saw something very significant where somebody like Peter Obi getting 6 million votes.
Yes.
And questions are asked. At the moment, is there anybody in the ADC that can rally Nigerians and even get 4 million votes at the time? People could talk about Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has brought 5 million, 8 million votes to the table, but that was in the PDP that has structures. So on a lighter note now, you think Nigeria's democracy has got to that point where we could have successively have a change of leadership from one political party to the other?
Yes, thank you for the question. As you can see from 1999, when we returned to democracy fully, there has been successive elections, and then transition has been happening. In 2015, you see when APC come into the power as an opposition, the transition was, a lot of people, there was tension, but due to the system of politics being played in Nigeria, there was a successive transition. And talking about ADC now, and the people who have, most of those people that were in PDP, and some that were even in APC. In fact, some of them even helped the current president to win the elections. We have such people with us in ADC now. And we believe that their effort put together will be able to achieve a great feat as a party. Right. And Atiku Abubakar is also a man that, if as an opposition in the 2023 general election, that was like a serious competition, if he had such number of votes, in this forthcoming election, we believe he will not just have a great number of votes, but he will be a winner.
Right. We'll get to conversations around Atiku Abubakar, because those are conversations that I'm really interested in as to his candidacy. But let's just stay on Nigeria's democracy. Okay. And in your view, as a young person who you got about mobilizing support for a political party, yes. Some people like to ask, is it a paid job? People pay for the services? Because I want to know, is it that some persons are sponsoring, and funding you, trying to win people to the ADC?
Okay, thank you so much. No, there's no single payment, and then there's no even arrangement with anybody. For me, as a young person who is passionate about governance and youth development, I believe ADC has come to help to develop Nigeria to be the Nigeria that the youth want to see. Because the future of the youth is hanging on what the government is doing. If the government cannot substantially develop the society that we are in, you keep hearing the things of Japa. Everybody want to leave the country. Every youth want to go out and look for comfort, So what I'm doing is, and for me as a person, whatever I see and I believe in it, I give it my full support. And that is what I'm doing in ADC right now. I'm just giving the full support, telling people about what I believe, about the party I believe in, about the future of Nigeria. Because when we come together, we are not just coming to support those that are ahead of us. We're also coming to work together to achieve a greater future for all the youth of Nigeria.
Right. So what is your assessment of how far Nigeria has come in this last 26 years of this experiment of democracy? What is your assessment?
Yes, we are still having some challenges, but we also have some good achievement that we can look at. We can look at the peaceful transition of election, especially in 2015, where there was a high tension. Everybody was thinking, in fact, some people left Abuja to their villages, hoping that something unusual will happen, but so did not happen. So that is a great achievement. An opposition coming into power, and in 2023 it was also another achievement. And again, before 2023 I was not fully involved in politics as a young person, but now you look at a lot of young people are supporting. Starting from that 2023, a lot of young people are interested in politics. They want to be involved, they want to know what is happening, they want to contribute their own effort to ensure that the greater desire that every Nigerian have is achieved. So, and then you see some reforms that are even going on in the system that shows that yes, democracy, we are seeing a work in progress per se. Is not, we can't really celebrate where we are today as a nation when it comes to our democracy. But we are working towards achieving greatness as a nation.
All right, so let's look at the FCT now, our Federal Capital Territory, specially enmarked by the Constitution of Nigeria to be administrated by a minister on behalf of the president. In your many years of staying in the FCT, is this the FCT of your dream? Are there things you would look at and say would have done better? Where are we in your assessment?
Okay, yes, I've spent over 15 years in FCT now. So I should be able to say we are still, in regards to development, we are still looking at good development in FCT. And the healthcare system is also not the way we expect it to be at this stage, and being that this is the Federal Capital Territory. So the FCT of our dream has not come to be as a people living in FCT. So we are still believing that a lot should be done to make FCT a city where other people from outside Nigeria, when they come, they will be happy to see the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. So the FCT has not really achieved what a world-class
But the current government, the APC government, with the minister of the FCT, my colleagues that cover the FCT, you see them, they have 15 days project straight, they have 23 days commissioning, and all of that, all of these. I may not be right with the numbers, but they keep having this project, and you see the project littered all around, from Katalpe to Guzape to Guaripa. You see projects that they are pointing out, and they're saying that is a dividend of democracy, and you think it's not?
Well, the project, as you mentioned, is not only about construction of roads. What about healthcare? What about schools in FCT? Primary schools in FCT were on strike for months, and that affected a lot of parents and pupils because they were staying at home. In the course of staying at home, there might be issues that came up because they were not in school. So there is a lot that needs to be done. It's not just about construction of roads and all of that. But healthcare system should be looked at. In fact, there are some government hospitals that doctors were on strike for a while. So there's a lot that needs to be done in FCT. It's not just about construction of roads. Construction of roads is very important. But then our healthcare system should also be looked at. Our primary schools and secondary schools in the FCT. Then even the city center, the environment, there's a lot that needs to be done in FCT.
Right, so I don't have the statistics, but I think the minister has also talked about the intervention they've done, and there's also another issue. The issue that there is an area council, a chairman of the AMAC, there's a chairman for Buhari, there are the chairman of these different area councils in the FCT. But sometimes I think a lot of people forget about this chairman and just keep thinking about the minister. Maybe you just want to say something about that.
Being that the minister is like a governor, most times the governor has more to do than the local government chairman, because the efforts of the chairman, the resources given to the chairman are not they are allocated to those local government council. They may not be enough, and the minister being fully in charge of FCT as, let's say, a state, it's also his duty to ensure that even the chairman, they use the resources allocated to their various local government very well, because the chairman left alone may not be able to do enough, especially looking at, we have a minister here who is fully in charge of FCT. So the chairman of all the various local government councils, they also need to be carried along in the development plan, because in some of those projects that are going on, maybe the minister is just doing because he's the minister of FCT, the local government chairman, the people are not being carried along to even say, this is what we want. It's not just roads that we want. We want a market. We want a school. In fact, there are some communities in FCT here that don't even have a school. There's a community I know that don't even have a school, don't have a polling unit, don't have anything that will attract government's presence there. So there's a lot that the minister needs to do. But he can't even do it.
But there's a lot that the minister needs to do, right? That's a good submission from you. That's your submission. But is the minister doing well in your assessment? I know you are not from this party, so maybe it's difficult to say. But in all fairness, shouldn't we, as Nigerians, transcend party culture to say if somebody is doing well, we say this person is doing well, irrespective of the fact that this person is my party member or not?
Yes, in my own nature, I don't look at because this person belongs to a particular party, let me just condemn the effort. No. I also look at the person's personality and whatever he's doing.
So the minister of the FCT doing well? Yes, on weekend, FCT minister, is he doing well?
He's trying. So I can't.
But your party can do better.
Yes, we will do much better.
That's what politicians want.
We will do better.
If the people of the FCT gives you a chance, your party will do better.
Because all the candidates, you see the candidate that we are even bringing to the people, all of them have the people in mind.
Same position that was one of the people in mind.
No, from what they have past records. And from their record, you see that there have been a lot of interventions in communities, like Honorable Maggie Johnson that had. Yes, he has done a lot of community services. I believe he wasn't doing those things but to come and contest. No, he was doing those things because he's offering service to the people.
But politics, they say, politics, they say, is about service to the people.
Yes.
Yeah, if all the politicians are offering themselves to serve the people, is it easy to serve Nigerians?
yeah. Services is politics is about the people because even power belongs to the people. They are the ones that give the power to a single representative to represent them. So it's all about the people actually. Even when it's as if a politician just want to go there for himself. No, it's not about himself. He's going there to represent the people, and he has to represent well. He has to take care of their needs. He has to carry them along. And that is the challenge of some politicians. The moment they get there, they forget about those who vote for them. So that is the challenge.
All right, so let's still talk about the place of young people in the politics of the FCT, because let's stay with the FCT. Do you think that the young people here, because it seems most persons, maybe 60% of the population in the FCT are people that came from other places, and maybe they are a bit sluggish to get involved in the politics. Just tell me your experience with them, how you've canvassed and how the young people are responding.
Okay, thank you so much. The young people that are in FCT, just like me, I'm from Benue State, but because I've been here for over 15 years, I believe this is where I have to lay the foundation of my political career. And then there's some young people I reach out to them and they will say, I've registered in my state, or I want to go and register. I will say, why? Why will you be traveling to your state? You have been here for a long time and you have planned to stay here for long. So why should you? So that misunderstanding has been there. They don't really know that they can register here and do whatever they want to do in regards to politics here in FCT. Because the misinformation is that if you are not an indigenous of a particular community, they will not give you a ticket. But I told them, no, that is wrong. As long as you have been here and you are willing to stay, just be involved. And when you are involved, don't sit back. Always come for meetings. Let them be seeing you. Let them see that, yes, you are serious, you are committed.
I'm talking about meetings. When do ADC host your meetings to the FCT? Is it at night? Because some political parties host meetings at night.
No, it's not at night. It's not at night.
Go ahead.
Yes, so that is...
But even if it's at night, they can decide the time. But go ahead.
Like yesterday, we are in some villages in FCT, 2 villages, and we are there at Angwarogo around 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and then we move to Kuchigoro around 4 p.m. So it's a time that people will actually come out, and then the youth will come out. But just like I said, basically it's misinformation and misunderstanding of how these things works. But me, being that I have the knowledge of it, I've been telling them. In fact, I have a lot of youth that have already registered because I cleared their misunderstanding that no, these things are not supposed to be like that. Register where you are. Be involved in the politics. Be involved in meetings. Attend meetings. Let them know you be involved. Always speak when you attend meetings, not just coming for meetings. Let them know that yes, you are serious with what you are doing, and then you'll be carried along. So that is what
I love that language, carried along, whatever that means, because to some person it could mean appointment or whatever, but whatever that means. And it's still in the FCT now. We're moving towards an electioneering period next year. And your party your party has presented a candidate, right? And there are other parties that have presented candidates. But let's look at the ADC now. The politics behind the formation of the ADC. At the time the ADC came, a lot of Nigerians had hoped that this is a party that will rival the APC. But it seems that the figure which the ADC came with at the moment, maybe 2 months ago, is not the same figure we're hearing of the ADC at this moment.
Well, many people think it's the coalition that brought ADC. ADC has been existing as a party before the coalition happened. And then, most of these people are still reserved they are waiting for 2026. Just maybe other party, you'll be hearing that there's defection, there's this and that. But we are also doing our background work. In 2026, you will know actually who is with us and who is not with us. I believe that is where you are a bit wondering what is actually happening. Because we have the people. Most of people like Governor Susan of Benue State and the current chairman of ADC, David Mark, all these people were not with ADC before, but they are here with us, and they are capacity people. There are people that, yes, can pull the force, and then we believe with them we'll do better. And then we'll have the number that is required for our candidate to win election. 2027.
Right. We'll talk about the candidature, but let's stay with the fact that as young people in Nigeria, we saw the Labour Party come in 2022, right? And there was a lot of figure around the Labour Party with young people. A lot of Nigerians who are youth, went into the Labour Party. And now the ADC has come, and you are also calling other young Nigerians to come into the ADC. Why are we not full cause? Because some persons have said maybe Nigerians would have, young Nigerians who wanted a change, would have stayed with the Labour Party and build on the progress they've made. Already 6 million votes with Peter Obi. Maybe stay with Peter Obi, look for how to convince other persons, and maybe get maybe 3 more million votes to add to that 6 million that would have eventually made him. But right now, it seems some have gone to the ADC, some have gone to Labour Party, some to the SDP. What happened? Because I know at the points you supported the Labour Party at that point. So what happened?
Let me start from, what brought Buhari to power was coalition. It wasn't just when he has been in several AC and other parties, but when the coalition happened, that was the force that brought him to power. So we are not just looking at our own effort that may not be enough at the end of the day. We want to put heads together with the other parties who are willing to be part of a team with us and then work together. So it's not just about remaining in a single party. In fact, all the politicians you are known today, they have never remained in a single party.
Chiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been in one party, the president.
Yeah, maybe it may just be the person. And then he has been in a single party, but others came to join him. Instead of him to move out, he was there, but he was still calling others to come and join him, which made him to remain there. So every politician looked at where he will be, and then his ambition will be actualized. So it's not just about being in a single place. If it's like that, maybe me and you would remain in our villages, thinking that desired dream that we have, that future that we desire will come and meet us there. But we know that no, we have to come out. We have to meet other people and then work together.
But let's talk about political ideology, that if we keep moving, right? For instance, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar was in the PDP from 1999 to 2007, joined Action Congress at that time. And after a while, went back to the PDP, right? And joined the APC at a point with the new PDP gown, and went back to the PDP, stayed in the PDP, 2019 got the ticket, 2023 got the ticket, and left the party again. And people have talked about political ideology. When we have politicians keep moving, as a young person, what is your thoughts concerning when politicians, are getting to parties, get the ticket, and the next thing is that they move out of that political party?
And in Nigerian politics, it's difficult to say politicians believe in political ideology. They believe in where they can achieve their ambitions. And at times, I even wonder if they have their personal principles that guide them. But then, each party they join, that party has an ideology, and I believe that ideology is in line with their principles. That is why they joined the party. Because for me, just like I said, I joined ADC because I looked at their constitution, I look at their everything about them, and I see that yes, this is in line with my personality. This is in line with my principles. This is in line with what I want as a young person.
Can you just highlight maybe one or two things to us that were in line with what you thought you want?
in ADC or
Yeah, with ADC.
yes, the one of them is youth development and
But the PDP develops the youths. In fact, the PDP will say we are the young people's party. We are the youngest. The APC will also argue with giving Nigeria the youngest party, the youngest governor at the time. Former governor of Kogi State.
Yaya Bello.
Yes, and the PDP gave former governor of Cross River State at that time, Donald Duke, a very young man in 1999. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Yes, so it's not just about those again, but the whole Nigerian youth as a whole. Because Nigerian youth, as you know, a lot of them, recently the issue of Japa came up. Why? Because the youth has not been taken care of. They have not been included in the politics. They have not been included in decision making. So, but ADC as a party said, we want to carry these young people along. And that was what put the weight in...
Were you in a meeting where they said they want to carry people along in ADC?
No, it's written in their constitution.
But do politicians obey constitution in Nigeria?
They do. You know, party constitution is there. Is what guide their campaign, is what guide their even manifestos. So you can't make a manifesto that is against your party constitution. You work in line with what your party is saying. So if your party says this is where we are going, you have to follow them. Even though you may have your own laid down manifesto and say this is what I want to do, but it has to be in line with the party ideologies. So that is what I believe attract me and even attract others to the party. Just like you initially mentioned people leaving other parties to join. Why didn't they leave PDP to join APC?
Well, people have left PDP to join APC.
Those ones that join ADC, they look at the ideology of ADC and they think this is the right place for us.
All right, so that's a continuing conversation because when it comes to the issues of ideology, who will ask, is it that the APC does not have ideology or the Labour Party or the PDP? But let's go for our first break. And when we're back, I still have Gabriel Ayoben, who is an ADC mobilizer and a media advocate in the house as we talk about the FCT politics, planned strategies and preparedness of this particular party, the ADC. Let's go for this break. We'll be right back. evening. If you're just joining us, this is Big Talk, a program where we highlight political issues around Nigeria. Tonight on the program, we're looking at FCT politics, ADC, that's the African Democratic Congress, a party that was formed barely, the party has been around for quite a long time, but the coalition led by Atiku Abubakar, Nasir El-Rufai, David Mark, former governor of Osun State, Arabushala, and the rest took that vehicle as a party that will come together in their words to rescue Nigeria. I was speaking to Gabriel Ayuben, who is an ADC youth mobilizer and also a media advocate. We are looking at the ADC plans, the strategies, and preparedness for FCT as we move into the politics season. So, Gabriel, thank you so much for staying with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, still talking about the ADC, talking about development, right, and the place of the young Nigerian in all of this equation. So, in our politics today, what is the spread of your party at the moment? What is the spread of your party in the FCT at the moment?
Yes, we have, okay, in regards to youth, right? We have a lot of, and for now we have candidates, like Dr. Mo contesting for AMAC chairman. There's also councillors in all the council ward, in 62 council ward in FCT that are contesting under ADC. Not that we have only the chairman, there are also councillors too, and the other local government council in FCT too do have candidates, and most of these candidates are young people. Just like Dr. Mo is still young, and then the candidate in Buhari is also a bit young, is young as well. So all these people, we are working towards achieving a common goal to ensuring that ADC candidate come on board, and then we just like me as a young person supporting the party, and then even mobilizing other young people. That is how other local government council in FCT too have young people supporting the party, and then willing to ensure they work together to achieve a common goal. Like today, yesterday, some of these candidates, they had meetings. They are still going around meeting people for discussions and then mobilizations and other arrangements to ensure that the party come on board. And most of these people working with them are young people. So we believe with the support of the young people will be involved in the decision making when these people come on board. Politics in Nigeria now is the elderly handling everything. The youths are not being involved. In fact, the people generally are not being involved in decision making. But with the young people supporting those that are campaigning right now, we believe that young people and even every other person will be involved in decision making.
All right. So, but we had a lot of young Nigerians who stayed with the Labour Party. Have they moved to the ADC? Is it that the young people who supported the Labour Party in 2023 have moved into the ADC? Do you have such information?
Yes, just like me. I was in a Labour Party in 2022. I mobilized people, I registered, I helped a lot of people to transfer their voters card, change information on their voters card, and then I mobilized them even on election day. Some missed their polling units. They were calling me, I still directed them, and most of these people, I've been talking to them, and they are still moving on with me to ADC. And that is how, most times, these people, they don't have information. They don't have access to information. Some people don't even know if ADC even have an office close to them, which they, or even they at the world level, they don't know. But I'm trying to connect them that, oh, this is your own ward, this is your ward chairman, this is who to meet, this is where to go, this is the national office, go and collect your membership card, and several of them are coming in. In fact, some have already come willingly to join the party.
Right. So, well, were you an obedience? Because that influx into the Labour Party was primarily because former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi joined the Labour Party, and we saw a movement. They call it the obedience movement. Maybe I like to ask, so you are an obedient who joined the Labour Party because of the obedient movement, and if you were, Peter Obi has not left the Labour Party. Is that not anti-Peter Obi supporting that you left the Labour Party when he has not mentioned that he has left the party?
Yes, it was the obedient movement that brought me into the party actually, and why I joined the party was because Peter Obi had the young people at heart. So we were following him, knowing that yes, if this person wins, he will make policies that will not just help our country, Nigeria, but also he will carry the young people along. But then, it's not just about Peter Obi, it's about Nigeria. It's about our future as young people. So we can't keep on saying...
No, I don't understand when you say it's not just about Peter Obi.
Yes. When you now hold on to a particular person and say, oh, because of this person, I must remain with him. And then you can't exactly define his position at a time. You also delay your destiny. But when you see the future, you envision it, and you know that, oh, if I depend on this person and I don't know where he's going, I'm also being delayed. And if you decide to go where you think it's not okay for you to go, you might be left on the road alone. So we are looking at the future and we are seeing that, okay, if we support this particular candidate and he win, he will be able to make policies that will bring about development in Nigeria. We'll be able to carry the people along in decision making and other things.
So sorry to cut you, but I still have a few other questions because we're running out of time now. And but the candidates, one of the strong, one of the very prominent figure, in the ADC at this point is former Vice President Atiku Abubakar,
yes.
And he's not a young person. And one of the images as the presidential candidate of the ADC, would you still be able to support him, knowing that he's contested since 1993 to be Nigeria's president? And there are conversations around the fact that at this point he should be supporting a younger person and not wanting to be Nigeria's president. It's not said officially, it's not declared, but there are permutations that he may want to be presidential candidate in the ADC. So if it happens, will you still stay with the party?
Yes, if it happens, I will still stay with the party. I will not pull out because I'm already with the party and I'm working for the party already. So I won't say, okay, if I decide to say, oh, I will leave because it's Atiku. What about the people I bring them in? They will also be disappointed and then maybe they will not be interested again. So we are coming together to support the party and work together for our future. We are not just supporting them for them to win and then we will now go and relax. We are supporting them so that we also be involved in the policy making and the decision making. You know, as we are supporting them, they will not just leave us and say, oh, these young people that have done their part, let's carry on with the work. No, we are supporting people that we think will make policies that will bring about development in Nigeria, will make policies that will bring about a change that we actually want. We will rescue Nigeria and then reposition it to the place it's supposed to be as a nation. So that is that. So
what is the place of Peter Obi in all of this equation at the moment?
At the moment, personally, I can't say this is Peter Obi's position currently because I can't tell.
So if he gets a ticket in, let's say, Labour Party tomorrow, they settle because anything can be settled. You will not support his candidacy.
No, I'm already in NDC, and then there's no point going back. I'm already here, and I'm already working. I'm already advocating for people to join the party, especially young people. So I won't say because Peter Obi has gotten ticket in Labour Party, I should go back. No, we have the capacity of people. We have those that matters in Nigerian politics. In ADC already, people like David Mark, we have them. People like El-Rufai, people like Atiku, former president, as you know, former vice president. You know, these are the people that are in Nigerian politics, those that matters in Nigerian politics. So since they're here in the ADC, we have to stay with them and work together to support their ambitions.
All right. So I'd like to ask this question. Do you think that the ADC possesses the ability to wrestle with parties like the APC that has Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, and the PDP that have people like Nyesom Wike who are still their members. Do you think the ADC possesses the spread, national spread, to actively be able to, oppose the ruling party and the PDP?
Yes. For the PDP, PDP, how many people can you mention that are still in PDP that can actually do the work?
There's some wages, some Wike for everything.
Alone.
And a lot of PDP still has a lot of people. I could go on and on. Go ahead.
So just like APC come on board as an opposition, that is how we believe ADC will come up on board also as an opposition party, because those that some people that were in APC are no longer there. And they're here to support us. They're here to ensure that the structures are put in place and the desire of the party is achieved. So we have those that matters. We have the structures. People are still coming to join us. The structures are being put in place, just like the new set of national leaders that came up not quite long. It's a strategy to ensure that everybody is carried along, everybody is involved. It's not just about those that were there before. Everybody is now working together to achieve a common goal.
Right. So this question I like to ask. We know that in political party campaigning and in all of these things, funding plays a crucial, place. So who is funding the ADC at this time? Do you have an idea as to who is funding the party?
No, at this time, nothing serious has really started, as everybody is just going around for consultations, endorsements, and all of that. So I can't actually say anybody in particular is funding the party at this time, because most of the activities going on now is consultation.
But who will be funding the party in future?
The party, the party will fund itself, and you know what it means. Members of the party will fund the party. No special funder anywhere. Just like
Atiku is not a special funder.
No, we can't say it's the one that will fund the party. The party will fund itself.
Thank you so much, my brother and friend, for coming on the show. Thank you, Gabriel Ayobe. I wish you all of the best in your party, and I wish Nigerians the best.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the size of our program for tonight. Remember that Nigeria is our country. We must love Nigeria, and we must keep Nigeria united. My name is Upon Musora in Abuja, and I'm saying bye for now.